into this race. But here we go. And it's lights out and away we go here at the Australian Grand Prix. Pete the Newbie starts off, but he is on the slower, hard tire. So Uncle Larry is going to make that easy overtake on him straight away. Pete does also go a bit wide there, but he still has a little bit of a gap to Benzo behind him. As we look here now, Vodka is going side by side with Smoke in the AlphaTauri. Bad Madu moves up past Great Ace here, going alongside. Two of them have had a history with collisions, and Bad Madu loses control of the car and immediately goes into the wall. At least I thought that was bad. No, sorry, that was Great Ace in the McLaren losing it there. Two of them were so close together. Must have made some contact. Vodka and Smoke going head to head here. Both cars sparking. Vodka is going to pull ahead again here. Both drivers on the hard tires. Again, that was very tight racing between Bad and Great Ace. Don't really know who was at fault there to cause that accident. To me, it just looked like Great Ace just lost control of the car. I don't know if there really was any contact there, as Slavage goes a bit wide there in that turn and picks up some grass. Not good. Not what you like to see, as oh no, as his teammate Slingshot completely loses it there as well. Terrible start for the Alpine drivers. That bad mistake, him and his teammate making mistakes there. That could cost him in this race, but we have Slavage now who's trying to make the move on Slim, and the Ferrari pulls up. Shotguns in right past him. There, nice clean overtakes from Slavage there as he moves up into 9th. As we have a yellow flag there in Sector 3. It looks like Vodka Victory has completely lost control of the Red Bull and spun. So now he's going to drop all the way down into 10th. As we just missed it there because of all the drama with Vodka, Benzo has now made his overtake on Pete the Newfie, picked up fastest lap currently, as it looks like Pete, going into that DRS zone, gets the overtake back on Benzo. Pete moves back into the lead for now. Stoney losing some time there, it appears, as we can see, while we're watching Slavage go for his move on Abrupt. Oh, and he loses it! He makes slight contact with Abrupt, got a little too greedy, and Slavage loses it there as well. You can't forget that penalty that Pete just picked up, 3 seconds for multiple warnings, multiple track limit warnings. That's a whole 3 seconds. The front pack has been pretty close, so 3 seconds might not seem like a lot, but that could cost Pete several positions here by the end of the race, and it could 100% definitely cost him the win, if anything else. As Larry gets the clean overtake on Benzo there, nice stuff to him. He's making it look easy here. Slavage moving up past his teammate, currently making a move on Abrupt, who's just ahead of him, but just not quite. Had to brake to ensure that there wasn't going to be a collision. Now he's going side by side with Abrupt there, makes the clean overtake. Good stuff to him on the soft tires. Makes complete sense, you know, when you have Abrupt who just pitted for the fresh hards. Hard start off, they're pretty cold. They don't really got much juice in them. As we see Stoney Stewart lose control of his car on these fresh hards. As I was just talking about these fresh hards, Stoney loses control of the car on these fresh hards. Again, when you come out of the pits on these fresh hards, they are so cold. It's so hard to get grip on them. So hard to get any control over them whatsoever. It's very easy for stuff like that to happen. But Stoney still holding on in 7th, but he has lost a lot of positions now. We'll have to wait and see as Benzo Slice pulls into the pits to pit for his softs to finish the race on, it would appear. Vodka now going alongside Bad Madu. Gets the clean overtake in the DRS zone. With Benzo now on the fresh softs just ahead of him. I would imagine Vodka's going to be pitting soon as well, but Vodka Gets the move on Benzo as well. And bad. Benzo must still be heating up these softs, as both drivers passing him on these 15-lap-old hard tires. Crazy, crazy stuff to see right there. Now Benzo is trying to get back at bad here. Swerves ahead of him there. Moves back up in the 5th. Interesting to see. We're going to hop back to Stoney, actually, as now he's going to come out just alongside Bad Madou. He is going to get the overtake on him. As Bad Madou completely loses control of the Williams car on these cold mediums. Going into the DRS zone, I think Slavage is going to make his move here as we switch to the overhead. Now currently going alongside Slim, making contact with Slim there. Bumping a little, you know, a little bit of racing. It's racing, mate. For Slim there, if that contact caused him to spin or something. As Watchman, speaking of spinning, Watchman has now lost it. Coming out of that turn in the first sector. Watchman has now lost it. Watchman has DNF'd his first race in PGR. So yeah, I guess the drivers were making a call predicting the safety car, but unfortunately there was no safety car for them. So it didn't really pan out. I guess Watchman crashed so far off track that it was in a safe area to where there was no need to call in the safety car, I would imagine. Stoney now going to the DRS zone. Looks like he's looking for that move on Slim. Currently puts Slim out of the points for the time being. Great ace. Now picking up freezing time penalty, but again, his race looking pretty much over unless two more drivers decide to crash and move him up into the points. As we hop back to Bad Madou, who we were watching, going for his overtake on Slingshot. And he makes it. Safe and sound. This is a battle for the points right now between these guys. Stoney goes to make a move on Bad Madou, and he gets it. Gets past him. Was a yellow flag there for a second. I think someone went a bit wide. Sling picked up free time penalty, so maybe that's what it was. So he has a time penalty. So that, as you can see, we got some movement going on here. Yeah. As Bad Madou making some errors, went a bit wide there. As well, Slavage has lost it as well there. So both Bad Madou and Slavage, yeah, and he's forced to go into the pits. It's going to be a close fight between these two as well. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it looks like at the front, Benzo and Larry have completely given up on the win. It looks like they're pretty much just battling for fastest lap here. Trying to make sure Pete doesn't get it. Because again, every point counts in a championship like this. Every point counts. As you can see, speaking of points, Smoke finally getting that overtake on Abrupt. We got a yellow flag in Sector 1. That is looking like a Ferrari. Yeah, Pete the Newfie has spun with only a couple laps left of the race. Pete, what are you doing there? That is going to lose him some time. We're going to have to keep an eye on that interval, see just how much time he lost for that mistake. He's back on track. Didn't pick up any more penalties. So we'll have to wait and see going into this DRS zone. Going into the third last lap of the race. Bad is going to try to make a move here on Slim, I would imagine. Just not close enough yet. He's going to have to wait for the next zone. As Bad completely loses it there. So we're going to hold on, going into the DRS zone with Slavage here, see what he can do. As I see on my intervals there, Stoney also trying to gain another position. Stoney's had a bit of a rough race too after that terrible mistake he did. Cost him. As Slavage loses it, bangs right into the wall. As Benzo Slice has now spun as well. Not at almost the same point as, not quite, but almost the same point as Slavage. Around the same area. there. Driver's just been losing traction in the third sector like crazy this race. And with that, Pete the Newfie is your Australian Grand Prix champion tonight here in PGR Season 8. Pete the Newfie is going to start the season with the lead in the Drivers' Championship, followed by Uncle Larry in second. And as he comes up to the line, it looks like our podium is going to be set. We have Benzo Slice in third on podium. For my driver of the day, that is a hard one, because everyone had their highs and their lows here tonight, I would imagine. But for driver of the day, personally, I would have to give it to to Uncle Larry, I would say, in the AlphaTauri, putting AlphaTauri back on the board after an entire season of pretty much nothing from the team. It's great to see AlphaTauri back up on the podium again. So again, driver of the day, gonna have to give it to Uncle Larry in second. But congratulations to our race winner, Pete the Newfie, winning his first race in Ferrari